Good evening. European shares slumped the most in 9 months. This after a plunge in the Chinese stock market rattled investor confidence and sparked a global slide in equities. Mining giant BHP lost 5.5%, Rio Tinto declined 4.2%, Reuters Group added 0.8%, while Henkel lost 5.2%, and truck maker Volvo slipped 3.5%. U.S. stocks dropped the most since November. The declines came after a plunge in Chinese shares sparked a global sell-off. The sell-off raised concern that investors will dump equities after a 4-year bull market. The shares of China's biggest supplier of aluminium, Alcoa, tumbled $1.44, Xerox dropped 41 cents, Apple fell $2.24, CBS added 26 cents, and shares of the New York Stock Exchange Group slid $4.21. Let's take a look at how the markets performed today. The rand is sharply weaker against major currencies following a media report of a proposed windfall tax on the resources industry. The JSE suffered its biggest percentage loss since June after concerns about a slowdown in China knocked world markets. Gold is at $676.50 a fine ounce. Platinum is $1,235.50 an ounce. And the spot price of Brent crude is $60.18 a barrel. Africa's top annual business tourism gathering is underway in Johannesburg. Meetings Africa has brought together more than 200 companies in the business tourism industry. This has given them a platform to showcase their products and services. For more, we are joined by Kawe Mahlati, CEO of the Gauteng Tourism Authority. Good evening and welcome.
Welcome.
What is GTA hoping to achieve out of this year's exhibition?
We're hoping that the hosted buyers that we're hosting will find this destination compelling so that they can place the meetings that they have on their plate within this destination.
Okay.
And secondly, we're also hoping that the industry, the business tourism industry, is going to coalesce into a very, very strong force within the tourism industry. As Gauteng, we are a business destination, and we are particularly interested that business tourism grows because we've got the largest facilities base in the African continent to host conferences and meetings.
And what is business tourism exactly?
Business tourism is actually a subset that is normally designated as MICE. MICE is meetings, it's incentives, it's conferences, and it's events. So the companies that you will be meeting in Meetings Africa comprise all these subsets of companies. These are the people that arrange meetings. Okay. We call them any meeting of more than 10 people. Normally needs to be arranged by somebody.
The focus of GTA is more on business tourism as opposed to your leisurely tourism?
In tourism, fortunately, we don't have to choose one or the other because during a business meeting, there are leisure elements to it. They have to eat, they've got to go out to a restaurant, they've got to consume our music and culture, and sometimes they're joined by their wives and families. So GTA's focus has got to be everywhere. We're just saying that given our infrastructure within the conferencing and meetings industry, it is important for us to have a very, very strong foot there. Okay. And with leisure as a backdrop to that.
And what are Gauteng's selling points?
Gauteng's selling points is that actually we're an urban Afropolitan metropole. You know that the strange thing is that in South Africa, when people think of tourism, they think of leisure. Mm-hmm. Most cities on earth, like Paris, London, New York, are huge tourism attractions. So what are our attributes? We've got a world in one country. We've now got a big 5 game reserve up in Dinokeng. We have got the infrastructure, we've got fusion and beat, and we've got a lot of leisure. You can do extreme sports here. Mm-hmm. You can go in canoeing and rowing and boating.
Let's talk about Africa's participation in this year's exhibition, because Africa is obviously an important market to South Africa and to Gauteng respectively. Are neighboring countries participating enough?
Indeed they are, and that is why this conference is called Meetings Africa. Not only our neighboring countries participating, there's also participation coming out of Uganda, Nigeria, Kenya, and up north with some of our Asian, Middle Eastern countries.
And as a growing industry that is growing very rapidly, is the tourism industry also experiencing a huge skills shortage?
The skills shortage, the skill set that you actually need in tourism is not the hard technical stuff. We need nice, we need passionate, we need people that have got attention to detail. And in South Africa, we've got an abundance of these skills because our culture, Ubuntu, actually lends itself to this nice set of skills. We would be a powerful destination if we could combine our Ubuntu with the technical skill set, which just means that you need to communicate when people are supposed to pick up their bags, go to this and that and that and the other.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for coming through. And how's your German? Still alive and still be able to communicate?
Ich bin noch flüssig auf Deutsch. So it's a wonderful place.
Great. That was Dara Mahlati, the CEO of Gauteng Tourism Authority. Stay tuned. Lerado's back after the break. Good night.
Good night.